It started January 6th, 2025. It started in the evening and I could feel it. It was like, hmm, there's something going on inside me. Like this was all about me. And I kept feeling like, am I being honest with myself? Is there something I'm not wanting to see? When events happen in my world, when people come to me with there's a common thread, it's not all or nothing, just like I've talked on different episodes. It's not um yeah, so I don't take things personal. I don't care. I don't cast any judgment. And at the same time, it is all about me. And I look to see, are they mirroring? Is there something in the interactions that I'm not seeing in my own life? Okay, so do you feel that both, both and neither? It's crazy making. Anyway, this started last night. And I started feeling like deeper levels of responsibility, like taking responsibility. And I thought, okay, just like there's the sins of omission, when you don't tell the full truth, but you just hold back. You don't tell a lie, but you just don't tell all, right? Which is a different type of dishonesty, right? And these were the questions, and I'm just being really raw with you guys today. This is a really real, if you're not up for this kind of conversation, come back to this recording later or not. Like this might not even be for you. I don't care. I'm just following my prompting because this is for many people. This is relevant and it's for today, right now. There's a point where we need to take full responsibility in every moment for the choices we make. And part of that, we're feeling our way through, just like I talked yesterday. It's like we're feeling, how much of this is for me to handle and how much am I supposed to just blow off? I've got my blinders on, so I'm not seeing the full effect of what's going on in the world, right? Because I'm very focused on what's right in front of me, what's right for me to handle for me. And last night, I was a part of a group, and it was just amazing because the stage had already been set, where I'm already feeling like there's a deeper level of truth about me that I need to really come to grips with. Either I'm not seeing, right? So in this group, and the conversation is about radical honesty. And I thought, oh, would you look at this? This is perfect. It was like I was already primed. But it took a different flavor with me because it was more like, remember the days when it was new, when we talked about tough love? Well, now it's almost like, for those of you that have impact with other people, whether you're leading a group or you have your own business where you lead, and it's up to you, that you have many people that look to you for direction. If you're different, you know who you are. I have all different stages of leadership involved in this channel. And many of you are very huge audiences, like huge impact. There's a point where we have to take full responsibility for every single thing that we're willing to discuss. Are we, then these are questions, these are rhetorical, like you ask yourself. It's not for me to tell you that you're doing it wrong. That's not it. That's not the purpose of this recording. But are there topics that you're deliberately staying away from because they could rock the boat? Are there topics inside you that Oh, I've dealt with that. I've already cleared all that. I've got, I've gone through all the forgiveness. I've done all the right, but it keeps coming up. Like you keep remembering incidences that maybe have some residue still attached to it, but you don't deal with it. And this, for the purpose of this recording, I'm having to confront some things on the air with all y'all that probably I have been sidestepping. I've been not hitting head on. And I do just the minimum. I talk just the basic enough. And you guys already know I don't care about likes and comments and shares and, all that stuff for the algorithms. Don't care about that. There is a responsibility that we have now, today, in this now moment, that every single choice we make is going to have repercussions. It's going to have a ripple effect, whether we want to face it or not. And we have incredible power over it. This is the thing. I'm not leading down a doom and gloom or a fear like, oh no, it's not that. This is a way that you can know. I'm sorry, I have kittens that I'm trying to negotiate here. And they don't care that I'm recording. So this is how it is. There are situations that come up, and this is a great way when we realize that all of our choices boil down to two. Every mindset, every opportunity is based on two things, either faith or fear. We are being what's the word? We are being motivated. Okay, so with everything that we choose, whether we decide to not follow through with this conversation because I can feel angst, I can feel things kind of creeping up inside me, and okay, that for sure is not following any kind of faith. It is right. I feel yuck, like this is constricting. This doesn't feel good. I'm going to honor it and get out of that conversation. Gotta go. If I'm online, if I'm doing something in social media and I start feeling like, oh no, what are they talking about? Is this really going to happen? Oh no. When I start going there, yeah, it doesn't take rocket science to figure this is not a response from faith, right? I don't feel real powerful in this moment. So I'm getting off the internet. I'm stopping. I'm making a choice, right? There are times that I have not always made that choice. There are times that I have different layers of memory will come back and I'll think, oh man, am I missing something? Like they say this is going to happen. And I grew up in California. You know what they're saying about California? Like all these things are going to happen with the weather and the earth. And I grew up with earthquakes. The big one was going to happen any minute, right? Like just look out. The fault lines are going. So that was not a new sensation in my body. That was not. And I was looking for external validation. I was looking for other people that feel the same way, because don't you know, I don't want to feel something by myself. If it's in fear, I don't want to be alone in fear and in disaster alone, right? That's like the ultimate, everyone's worst fear. So if we're going to do something with fear, we're going to do it really big, right? The byproduct of that today, in this now moment, by making those choices, it's going to mushroom out. It's going to have a ripple effect in your world. We don't just have power for the good. We aren't just powerful with our manifesting and with our miracles, right? We're not just, and our magic doesn't just work if we're happy and doesn't just work if we're visualizing. We are powerful on either end of the spectrum. And maybe this is kind of a news flash for some of you. On some level, I think it was for me too. I think that's why I'm being so in your face with this right now, today, because these are layers of honesty. It feels like I haven't been with myself. I have not faced these kind of truths fully. And for me, it's time. And if you're hearing this, it's time for you too. If you haven't stopped this recording up until now, and you're still with me, believe it, this recording is for you. It's not just for those of you that want to check in on Kathi and see how she is, because I haven't talked to her in so long. Wonder how she's doing. How does she sound? Does she sound happy? Does she sound like everything's good, or is she kind of hurting? Right? All the people that listen to recordings of people just to take their pulse and just to satisfy a whatever, those people are gone now. Like they know, okay, she sounds fine. She's good. Yep. Her kittens are still, yep. And they're off. Those of you that are still on this recording, perk up, right? Really take this to heart, because we do have more power than we've used, than we've consciously used. We have more power over our outcome than we've recognized. If we don't know we have it, what are the odds we're going to know when we've used it and there's a response, there's a benefit or a consequence, right? It's all connected. So I want to invite you, and I'm going to paint this picture that I've been shown. And we've talked about this in other episodes, but not in the context of this specific being fully gut level honest with ourselves, not only over what is coming, but how we've handled our life to this point. Because it's our responsibility. If we know that we are here to create, and we're creators, whether or not it's for the good or negative. If I slip up and I start gossiping about someone, I'm creating a negativity with that person in the frequency, in the vibration, and it's put out there, and it's gonna multiply, it's gonna grow, because I've given it oxygen, right? Just like when I said yesterday, when we give attention to something, it grows, good or bad. There's no, attention doesn't care. Oxygen doesn't care if it's going to be used, if that breath is going to be used for good or bad. It's just breath. It's just, right? So knowing that situations are happening, we have our blinders on, but we have peripheral vision, right? And it takes extreme focus, extreme, to not see, to not look, intentionally tune out the murmur, the chaos, the confusion, the noise, just like the sound of a fan in the background. It just whirs, it just keeps it going, right? It's that constant undercurrent of on and on and on and on and on and on, just to blend and blur. And so things don't stand out. They're not crystal clear. They're not. And in this now moment, we can affect our world with extreme clarity. we can affect our world and our life with extreme a knowing and an understanding of every choice we make. We can identify, and sometimes it feels like I'm an emotional bot. If anybody heard me during the day, because I say it out loud. Not only do I say words that create out loud, and I have to say, oh, scratch that. That was an old me. That's the old version of me. Scratch that. I don't mean that. Not just that. But there's times I'm like a mantra. I am like a mantra. And I say things out loud. I am available for only things that are going to bring happiness and joy and peace. I am only available for things that are going to produce more love, to produce more opportunities, to increase my ability to hold love and share love. Right? I say this out loud many times a day. If I'm faced with a choice, no thank you. I'm only available for things that are loving. No thank you. I'm not going to buy into that fear. I'm not going to buy into what's going to happen if the stores run out. Remember when all the trucks went on strike and all the whatever, and we were supposed to not have toilet paper again and not have food and not have water and all the, right? Remember all that? I mean, that just never ends. It never ends. The details get filled in with a different detail, but the oh no, what if is always there every day, every day. Oh no, what if I don't get this by this date and this happens? Oh no, what if I can't pay my bill? What if, and all the worry, right? We can stop it in a heartbeat, like literally stop it. Thank you. No, I'm not going to respond to that fear thought. No, I am only available for things that are going to bring me joy and uplift me and bring me closer to my target, my goal, right? And if we don't know what our goal is, just choosing faith by faith. I am here. I don't know what my future is. That's not today. That's not right now. I have right now. And I'm saying out loud with all y'all what I say to myself by myself. This isn't just, a theatrical thing for all the fans. Like, this is real. This is real. Because there's times I have felt really scared. And I don't want more of that scared. I don't want more of where that scared takes me. Because there's deeper levels of, oh no. And I flip that thing on its butt so fast, it's like, no, thank you. No, I am stepping out because I am a fractal of God. God is in me. His very presence is in me. I don't have to bend a knee. I don't have to bow. He's in me. Every choice I make, every choice, God is right with me. And sometimes I get a visual, it makes me want to cry. Sometimes I get a visual like he covers his eyes like, oh no, there she goes again. Oh, we were so close and she was almost there. And oh God, right? I get this visual of, because that's what I've done with myself. It's like I do so good and then something happens and dang it, I bit the bullet, like, I took the bait. Dang, I could have just looked away. I could have just hung up, and I didn't. I kept going with it. Dang. Okay, so we keep learning, we keep moving forward, but my point with this conversation is every moment is ours to choose and create. Nobody is going to build the life that you're wanting to call in. Nobody's going to bring you manifestation with all the magic and the bells and whistles and all the fun and the love and the warm and fuzzies if you don't bring it to you. this is an inside job. This is you. And this is the brass tacks. This is the raw and real, honest, tough love conversation that it's for you today in this recording. It doesn't matter how many groups you're in, and they all verify and they confirm all the things that you feared. Yep. That happened yesterday. Yep. They all voted. Yep. It's certain. Yep. All the politics, all the stuff. This is about you. And if you don't like aspects of your life, if you don't have enough time, enough money, enough friends, if there is anything lacking or going on in your world that doesn't align with what you want in your future, change it. It's up to you. It's not a matter of if this is God's will. It's not a matter of, I wonder if my soul contract ran out. And now this is up to you. We can change it. And this is where the empowerment part comes in. Yes, that's a flip side of the coin. We can doom ourselves if we get sucked into so much lack and fear and fear and more fear. It's going to grow for us. It starts with a choice. And it's almost like that nugget in the scriptures that says, this is the day of salvation. This is it. This is your moment. I don't know if we're going to have tomorrow. Doesn't matter. We have right now. And I'm sowing seeds. I'm planting and sowing and reaping and planting and sowing and watering and reaping and nurturing and all the things. Because I'm here for a huge reason, just like you are. If you're listening to this recording, believe it. You already know it. You can feel it inside as I talk. It's activating code in you that you brought when you were born. It is coming alive absolutely right now for a reason. Another little story comes to my mind, and I know it's for me to share, is guess who else had a right now moment that they had to make a choice? Who was it that had to leave Sodom and Gomorrah? Because it was so evil. They couldn't find any righteous anywhere in that whole area. It was so repulsive and so deviant and so dark and evil, right? And what were the instructions? Leave everything behind. Get out. Get out of the city. Get out of the area. Both Sodom and Gomorrah were goners. They were toast. Leave now with your families and don't look back. Remember that? Those of you that weren't raised with all these little treasures, I'm sure Google would even tell you, or whoever the AI people are now. They'll tell you. What was the story of Sodom and Gomorrah? Why did they have to leave? And what happened when they looked back? I want to say, and sometimes my memory isn't all wonderful. Mostly it is, but sometimes, like right this minute, I want to say that it was Lot's wife. That she was so attached and she loved where she lived. And she just risked one more peek. She just turned and looked back. And the story tells, she immediately turned into a pillar of salt. Vaporized, right? Now this would make for a great science fiction movie, right? I can just see a Marvel movie with this scene. It's for a purpose. It depicts exactly what happens when in the moment that it's a choice point, I'm sure she didn't know that that was going to be her last choice. Right? None of us do. None of us know when our last breath is going to be taken. Who knows? And I don't live like that. I don't live with the fear of, oh no, this could be my last. No. But it takes on new meaning. Good and not good. The responsibility is ours, not somebody else. Not because I visualize and I affirm and I say all the right mantras. It's not up to other people to bring me what I'm calling in. It's up to me because I can. By choosing, by living, by every single decision, either by faith or following fear. Those are the two choices. That's it. It's not like a whole, Baskin Robbins of all these flavors you get to choose. How many flavors of fear do I want today? No, it boils down to one or the other. Choose it. Choose this day whom you'll serve. Like all these are just coming to my mind. Oh my gosh. And just like I said yesterday, you can feel in your body when you are over the target. Truth always will resonate. You will always feel when it's true. I don't have to belabor that point anymore. This can be, I'm going to really preface this, because this can be the greatest day that we have experienced in a long time. Depending on how much we're willing to do the faith walk, how much we're willing to shut our mouth, just shut it, quit talking, quit talking. Start feeling, start acting on what you know is true. Start behaving, not putting on an act, not a show. That we're so far past that. Like, seriously, really? We will have a demonstration inside us first. You'll feel it first. Be willing to go out on a ledge with a free fall like you haven't felt in a long time. If you're willing to start owning who you are, that you are a sovereign divine being here to have impact and to help others. It's not just me. It's not just you. We all are called. We all have the same calling. What makes us chosen is if we've accepted the assignment. If we accept who we are, and we go, yay, I'll do this. Yes, I'm going to live by faith, and I'm going to screw up a lot of times. I'm going to buy into how things look, and I'm going to really suck many times. I might even screw up my kids. I might even make choices that were so selfish that I damage the very kids that I love so much. Yeah, I might do that. I might really make a mess up of my life. And it doesn't matter because I answered the call and I am willing to turn this ship around. I'm willing to make choices based on what I know is true by faith, not based on any decisions I've made or how it looks to anybody else. This is between me and me, because God is in me. And this is an inside job. This can be the most powerful moment that if we just act on it, we've got to take action. Use your voice. Make your choice. Set your intention. Pray. Journal. Whatever is your method, do it. Just do it. You don't have to tell anybody. I don't care. You know, people tell me all the time. They send me comments. They send me emails. They text me. They whatever. I don't care how you do it. I don't care. This isn't about me. It's only about me to the point that I'm willing to be gut honest. And it's not about being perfect. None of us have been. That's all I'm supposed to say. I did it. I did it. And I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful that I can be gut level honest with all y'all. And I'm going to watch because great things are happening out my side of the bus when I look out with my blinders on. Oh man, the choices and the things that are changing in my world would curl your hair if it was straight. I'm just saying. And it's an exciting time to be alive when you're living by faith and you're making choices that are faith-filled. Okay? That's it. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.